What's happening? It's Monday morning and I'm not feeling quite regular. What's under the glasses? Another set of glasses. I'm burned out. I'm tired. Almost got like a headache. I got attacked last night. It was no fun. So here's the deal. I'm going to be talking about machine elves. And for you who don't understand what machine elves are, in my universe, we would simply call them demons. There it is. Sorry to be hating on you, machine elves, but I know who you is. I don't like you. And so what's happened last night is I had, the best I could describe is a lucid dream / nightmare where I had a dream that a hornet was coming at my face in a dream, and it was real vivid. And I was fighting this hornet because it was coming at my face, and I woke up, but I could still see it, and I was swatting at it. I'm like, oh no, you did not. You did not just punch through. You did not wake me up at 2:30 in the morning, interrupting my sleep, and then cause me to like, it's not lucid dreaming where you're in the dream awake. It's more I was awake at seeing the dream. I was a little ticked. I was not thrilled. I'm like, this is a demon. And you can feel it. I'm not saying every time that something like that happens, it's a demon, but I knew in this case it was a demon. So I get woken up a lot by these things, and you learn how to fight them, and there's no sin in my life. There's no open door. It's just something I came out of New Age and witchcraft, and so I'm just getting attacked a lot by it because I'm going after it as well, helping others out of it. A lot of people actually, which is fun. So I had this bad encounter. I'm like, okay, what can I do to get even? I'm like, I'm going to pray. So first I didn't even cast the junk out. I just dialed down and I said, God, I want answers. I want to understand what's going on. And it's kind of like to push back. It is to take spiritual authority over any situation that's demonic. And this is a demonic situation, so I'm going to take authority over it. So I close my eyes, dial down, and get into a mode of prayer. I'm like, God, I want answers. And this is where it gets real weird. Cool and weird. So now my eyes are closed and I'm praying. I'm not asleep. I'm in a relaxed state. And, pardon me, instantly I am in a landscape like mountains and snow. And it looks very cartoonish in a cool way. It's like blues and whites. The white's snow and then the blues is sky. And it's like just not quite monochromatic, but just a few simple colors. And there's mountains. And it's very cartoony, but I'm totally lucid and I'm seeing this and I'm there and I'm traveling on a very curved, smooth road. So I'm not quite freaking out, but I'm assessing my environment real fast to see if this is good or bad. And I'm like, no, this is cool. And then I go, and it's kind of like I'm traveling on this snowy road, and it's very curved and gentle, and it's just pleasant. And then it opens up to a landscape of mountains that are snow-capped. And this is where you're going to like this. Instead of a normal peak on the top of like the Alps, there were these like large anvils. They were all snow covered. They were all white. And off the edge of like on an anvil, you have a pointed edge where they make the horseshoe and all that, and they'll form stuff. That's where it seemed like snow was manifesting and floating up towards heaven. And it was the most peaceful, it was a peaceful scene. I'm like, all right, we're somewhere. And I was there, whatever this is. So I am discerning this one. Evil machine elves. What it is when people do hallucinogenics and often DMT, they're having these geometric shapes and they are getting information at times and having communication with people are having communication with something. Now, the reason I say demon is that anything that does not lead you to Jesus, even if it's kind of doing something good, it is leading you away from the kingdom of heaven. My example in the Old Testament would be when Moses spoke to Pharaoh, there were sorcerers who could imitate Moses's miracles. It's just that such as when Moses threw down his staff, it became a serpent, and the sorcerers said, yeah, all right, fine, we're in. They threw theirs down. It's just that Moses's staff, the serpent, ate theirs and then turned back into a staff. So what I see going on here is that there are things talking to Christian folk and non-Christian folk, and there's a lot of stuff there's a lot of chatter out there. And so I'm discerning where I went, what was it I was experiencing, and I'm in process of discernment to distinguish what is good and bad. Don't exactly have it all figured out. I'm kind of putting it in quarantine, and I'm going to talk to some friends and get their input on it. The more I think about it, it definitely happened right after I asked the question or a desire for answers. Now, if it doesn't lead me to Jesus and it doesn't bring me peace, you flush it down the toilet. We are all TV sets. We're going to either get God TV or Satan TV, and I'm trying to figure this one out. The machine elves, the evil machine elves. Like if you're a hardcore atheist and you've been hurt all your life and you dose for the first time and you get met by the white light and you're like, oh my gosh, there is more. God's going to be merciful on you. And I'm not trying to hate on everything you've experienced. It's just that at the end of the road, when you pass away or God comes back, it is through the name and the belief in Jesus that gets you into heaven and the kingdom of heaven into your life now. It is not by any drug or incantation or ceremony. Now, I did pray, but my prayer is this. I simply get quiet and I listen to the Holy Spirit because he came into my heart 20 years ago. So it is like me talking to a friend. I just like, hey, what's up? What's going on? And I'm listening. When you have these machine elves, if you ask them, did Jesus come in the flesh? Is Jesus the exclusive Son of God? And you start putting your faith in him, they will flip out and they will turn on you. Or they'll simply deny him. And that's part of the problem. And God will use the things that you've gone through to bring you to know him, because if you like what you got through the DMT experiences and the machine elves, you're going to straight up love what's going on with Jesus. In my situation, my case, I am opening up my mind and heart in a way that I haven't in a long time. To be honest with you, when I start looking into the realm of the spirit, however you want to put it, and I ask, like just getting insight, I usually get something jacked up. Like I'll see a problem more than anything. And I got tired of it. And what I realize is I can see the bad that might be coming down the road. And it's not so much to advocate the bad or declare that it's bad, but I see it as like, hey, dude, come down the road. There's a pothole coming your way. There's a problem. And this is how to navigate through it to get past it. And also you can pray against it to bring it not into the present. And I'm getting comfortable with getting back into that mode of, all right, this is how I operate. I hear and see some of the bad. And it's not fun, but I would rather hear it and see it to navigate around it and through it for myself and others. And this is the thing I will end with. Out of all of this, it is to enter into the love of God that gets me through it, to it and through it. It is the love of God by His presence and His Spirit that no matter if it's a hardship, it is the love of God that gets me through it. And to know that it will work out to good. And then also it is the love of God that operates in power to change it. It is faith that operates by love. And so I want to make sure you understand that I'm not just bummed out hearing bad news and gloom and doom. I'm like, just the opposite. God is eternally, unreasonably optimistic. He's a happy guy all the time. And it's His job to make us happy all the time, even on the cross, because it was the joy set before Him, joy set before Jesus. That He endured the cross, despising its shame for the joy set before Him. We are that joy. We are the thing that He valued, and we are so valued that He endured the cross. So the cross indicates our value, not just our sin. Actually, that sin got paid for, so now we get reestablished to original value. So that's kind of what's going on in my Monday. A little burned out. I might go to bed early. Might try not to pray too much. We'll see what happens with that. Nah, I'm going to pray a bunch. So anyhow, be careful of them machine elves. There's a sting on them, on those critters. Ask them what they think about Jesus if you haven't given your heart to God yet. You start talking to God. Ask Him to show up directly. And if you have any insights of what might be going on, all right, I'm listening. And I don't know, I feel a little bit better talking about it, because it is by His love that it all finishes and that I get through this. And it's going to work out good. I'm looking for understanding. We're going to pray for that. So not really quite a definitive ending, other than when you pray and you walk with God, you're going to have stuff happen. And it is our responsibility to assess it and evaluate it and discern good from evil by His Word, by His Spirit, and by the counsel of others. And that's what I'm doing. I'll let you know. Till then, happy Monday and see you later. Oh, by the way, like Jesus, subscribe to Him. Bye.